Kira just seems to be everywhere at once, and that's either magical or scary. We all know of this ebony porn star and have been seeing her around since like forever. But she's only 29, which shows that great and mighty things can come your way once you are prettier than a desert sunrise and can spread your legs wide enough for guys to get so acquainted with your cervix they could draw a 3D copy from memory. Kira is one goddess-worthy firecracker with a Pornhub model rank of 93. Given her distinctive style and otherworldly skill level, you can bet on a stack of sweet pussies with a side of buttered rye bread that she's set for more erotic greatness. Sarah Banks is 5 feet of sexy ebony juiciness, and she comes all slim and impossibly cute. She looks a hell of a lot like a supermodel too, and her face is the last thing you are going to want to see when they are putting you under for heart surgery. On her chest are projecting tits that are not the size her mama blessed her with. Thankfully, her ass is all natural and rather big for a petite chick like her. Needless to say, seeing her bent over will get you so high you might find yourself having tea and going fishing with some Martians. 133 is Sarah's current Pornhub ranking, and if you haven't done so, you better rush to see her doggy-style videos and witness one-of-a-kind edible booty rockers like her getting what's coming for them. Yeah, the cakes on this most popular ebony porn star are enough to cater for all the Christmas parties in the Miami area. Victoria Cakes is a big and bootyful lady who's over-blessed in the ass department. She's 32 years old, 5 feet 8 inches, has a 38F rack, and has spent nearly 20 years in the porn universe. Doggy style and cowgirl fucks are her specialty, and few can do that as well as she, and even fewer can boast ultra-fab ass cheeks like hers. Pornhub gives Victoria Cakes a 183 model ranking, and that might as well stand for the 183 miles of cock that she has ridden since her twat got busy welcoming guests that throb with glee. Enter text. Jade here is intent on competing the gooey morning cum out of the likes of Victoria Cakes. She's a BBW charmer with a fine face, a mountain of an ass, floppy tits, and a cunt I have often seen SUVs and ambulances disappear into, never to be seen again. There's been more BBC pounding for honour and glory in her twat than there are offshore oil rigs around the world drilling for moolah. This 29-year-old California has been in the industry for a decade or so, and seeing her get fucked in full HD, with her flesh moving like they got a life of their own and somewhere to be, is just something to marvel hard at. Jade is one top lay every time of every day, and her 257 Pornhub ranking testifies to her booty rolling skills and arching hard work. I must be on a roll because we are on the 3rd consecutive BBW in this most popular ebony porn stars of 2026 list. Now, Mariah Mills, just like most other porn stars on this list, does not need much of an introduction and is more popular than most presidents I know of. Yeah, she has a dump truck big enough to bury a man under, plus an arrogantly pretty face, and the kind of bazungas that get you suddenly thirsty for homemade milk and butter. And talking of milk, this total baddie is addicted to regular cum infusions of the thick and forcefully propelled kind, and these better come from pipes the length of your driveway, or else. Mariah has a Pornhub model rank of 324, and seeing her twerk is gonna put a 32.4-inch log in your drawers. What an absolutely ravishing ebony porn star we got here, and how top level a cum draining skill set. Harley Dean has always been a favourite of mine, and sad is the week that my fingers failed to form the shape of her holes, so that my rod can perform a booty-shaking virtual fuckathon on this everlasting beauty. Harley is 31 years old, 5 feet 7 inches, decorated with a bit of body art, leggy as a weed-laced wet dream. Hotter than the pancakes your mother-in-law makes when she wants your mouth sterilized before you lick the snot out of her daughter's poon, and beautiful enough to demand an ass worship from the gods themselves. She got a mighty fine booty too, plus cunt lips you want wrapped around your face like the clingiest cling film to ever hit the market. Pornhub ranks her at 359, and that's how many times I plan on making her come per weekend, once we become friends with benefits. The 5 feet 3 inches Demi Sutra is one hardcore heavyweight. Billions of boners all over the world are more than eager to testify as to how there's none better in making them confess their sins in all sorts of explosive and liquid ways. Why, she has even made some fellas lose their sanity once all their brains have drained out of their cock, and getting her locked up on a desert island might do the world some good. Demi Sutra is a goddess, to put it mildly. And when she tells you to bow down and show homage to her holes and mighty bubble butt, you do that pronto and bend over so far that you can feel the wind interrogating your asshole. This top ebony porn star 2026 comes slim, fresh-faced, absolutely nasty, and totally fearless. She's also bi and can squirt like she wanna send streams of joy from the US to Europe. Her Pornhub model rank is 482, and she's the biology teacher you always wanted, who's gonna teach you more about sex than your brain can properly handle.
A safe way to be involved in sex work.
Yeah, this top ebony porn star 2026 list is packed with show-stopping beauties. But Nia Naki is just special. It could be her slim and sleek body, 32E all-natural bazungas, small, pert, and sinfully dealish-looking rear, or puffy slit. This 25-year-old just effortlessly makes you fixated on her, and that's not stopping anytime soon. Nia swings both ways. Has an asshole that provides sufficient camping space to every BBC in stock and can fuck the bark off an oak tree and the hoof off an adult bison if you let her. She currently has a Pornhub model rank of 516, and there are about as many ways to eat her snatch with a ladle. The only scandal here is that this top ebony porn star 2026 has not been crowned queen of the galaxy and all sentient erupting cocks in the Milky Way. She is eye-searingly beautiful, and the Almighty must have put her together right after getting the kind of BJ that makes top-class creativity and perfection possible. Scarlett looks just like a cup of freshly brewed mocha, and a sip of that sure as hell will blow your mind out of your ass and straight into my neighbor's petunia garden. She's 25 years old, a petite 5 feet 1 inch, and thoroughly bad for your blood pressure. Pornhub has her ranked 551, and that's a tree-fingered fuck of an insult for this here queen. Go-Go Fuckmay has been begging for a cunt wreck of a fuck ever since she knew what boners and horse dicks were all about. She falls into the MILF category and is a bit on the BBW side. MFs like her are best avoided though, at least till you are really sure what's in your pants can deliver the kind of brain-melting and pussy-rewiring total fuck they are after. Go-Go sports some body art, has no limits anyone can recognize, and boasts one of the biggest dump trucks in the business. I am not saying this booty can block out the sun at midday, but it's anything but insignificant. 686 is her current Pornhub ranking, and this mammaries-blessed slut is quite an agile cockslurper. When someone is named after booty, best believe she has enough of that to guarantee every man on earth a plateful of sweet buns. Cherokee is an OG, and she's been in business longer than I've been breathing. Hell, she might have been around longer than the White House has been standing, and you'll best believe that, even when her birth certificate pegs her age at 48. This 5'7" ebony porn star and former exotic dancer has some tats, a pretty face, and a trademark dump truck we all would give our lives to back into, with her ass cheeks needing their own police and air force to keep them safe from the wandering hands and eyeballs of the devoted. A booty like hers makes the world seem small, gives life an added punch, and hosts holes from which pours an unremitting array of sweetness. This booty queen has a 733 Pornhub model ranking and a well-deserved rep for baptizing billions of folks into the coming side of ass worship business. This is a really nasty miss we have here, and she was not too shy to shout that fact from the rooftops when King Nazir was sliding into her poontang like he bought it at a garage sale and didn't care very much if he wrecked it or not. Miss B Nasty is a 33-year-old ebony porn star who has spent the last few years proving how it pays to be bad to the bone and sweeter in bed than grandma's apple pudding. This leggy goddess is hella active across social media, has a Twitter Now X handle with enough hot stuff to melt down the golden calf, and is all up in our faces on OnlyFans. She's straight, and when she can't find a BBC to spread her cunt lips, she goes out and gets the biggest dildos she can lug home in her minivan. Pornhub has her ranked 891, and she's a hella corruptive influence who hasn't given her twat an off day since like forever. Mini Stallion is that top ebony porn star who has made a point of seeking out BBCs, to the point where you are liable to think she got killed when locked in mortal combat with one in a previous life. Watch her videos and you could swear she has the kind of vaginal muscles that could arm wrestle a silverback and skin a baby Godzilla. Mini Stallion is just 4 feet 4 inches, and is as slim, friendly, and acrobatic as a chipmunk. But no chipmunk can beat her appetite for oak tree woodies and all other varieties of oversized penises, and it is just a matter of time before she gets impaled on something that the black hole that's her twat cannot wiggle free from. Till then, let her sweet bubble but live life to the hilt and bounce with joy on every steely length of pipe that it can befriend. 735 is her current Pornhub model rank, and from the look of things, not even an actual stallion can pound this mini nympho into the middle of next week and put her off sex for a bit. Got the heart to say no to Chanel Hart? Then a goblin is what you are. Chanel here has the perfect fuck me with mice in their eyes, and you can't look at her for more than a second without being the new owner of a naval cannon that can hit a bullseye from 1,000 miles. This 31-year-old has ultra-suckable 36C tits that are as natural as wild honey, thick thighs that look better than any platter of chicken fried steak I got to eyeball this year, and a surprisingly big and firm behind. Chanel reminds me a lot of Eve, the rapper, not Adams come dump, and she has a near magical way of putting smiles on your face, which might be because she always comes across as genuine and passionate about her artful come-in craft. She's partial to both cunt and slit, has a Pornhub model rank of 945, and has herself a large portion of my ebony-loving heart. Diamonds are in-your-face marvels that shine on no matter what, and so is the merciless tease that is Skin Diamond. Subtlety is not her strong suit, and she will dump her twat over your head like it was a sack and tie you up in it if you let her. The 5 feet 4 inches Skin Diamond has spent almost 2 decades putting her holes on the line, and has no limits that I can point to, with both guys and girls having been elbow deep in her asshole and twat. Calling her a nympho would be like saying that a beach is wet and her Pornhub model rank is 1068, and that's all for now on Most Popular Ebony Porn Stars 2026.